Hi and welcome back. If you love red light therapy as much as I do, and this is a video you do not want to miss. In today's video, we are talking once more to Bev Sanderson, who is a dear friend of mine and was just recently on my channel talking about the potential benefits of Rooibos for facial fat loss. If you have not seen that video, it is fascinating. I will link it down below. In today's video, Bev is going to tell us how we can get the most out of our red light therapy, which again is a modality I absolutely love. Bev is also going to answer some questions we got under the last video. So without further ado, let's talk to Bev. Thank you so much for being with us again, Bev.
Thank you for having me back, Claudia.
I'm excited you're here again. Now, Bev, you and I made a fascinating video just recently on the potential benefits of Rooibos for facial fat loss.
We did.
And we got quite a few questions under that video. So I would like to answer them really quickly before we talk about how to get the most out of LED light therapy, if that's okay with you.
Yes, yeah, let's do it.
So one question we got quite frequently. In the study we talked about in this video, the Rooibos was applied topically to adipose tissue. So the question was, can we get the same benefits from just drinking Rooibos tea?
That's a really good question. I like that. Okay. I think there's probably a number of parts to answer that. So let's start with the difference between cosmetic ingredients and tea as a beverage. So tea is really prepared on the basis of its flavour profile, not its antioxidant potential. Whereas a cosmetic ingredient like green tea or green Rooibos tea is measured for antioxidant potential. So you're always going to get more from a cosmetic ingredient than you are from just tea as a beverage in terms of its antioxidant capacity. Secondly, we're talking about accessing the subcutaneous fat here in the face. So the quickest route really to access that is topically, not expecting it to get through your bloodstream and to then access the subcutaneous fat. So topicals are better for that reason. And thirdly, the tea that was used in the study was a spalathine enriched green Rooibos, which is 70 times more potent than Rooibos tea.
And that is what you have in your Maysama serum, correct?
Absolutely, yes. It's a unique cosmeceutical ingredient, yes.
Another question we got quite frequently was, so the study we talked about in this video, the spalathine enriched Rooibos was applied topically, again, to adipose tissue in a petri dish. But the question was, how do we know that applying it to our skin, where it has to go through the epidermis and dermis to get to the subcutaneous tissue, how do we know it actually gets there?
That's a good question again. Well, we don't have in vivo studies. We don't have studies on human skin. We just have the in vitro studies. But what I can say from the work that Maysama has done with the Nelson Mandela Institute, the initial studies, not this one, but the initial studies we did, looking at green Rooibos tea to confirm that it was a bioactive ingredient. It showed from those studies that Rooibos can penetrate the cell membrane. It can accumulate inside the cell. That's what we call bioavailable. And then also that it can perform its antioxidant properties within the cell. That's what we call bioactive. So those studies confirm how good Rooibos is at getting into cells, which would indicate that it would be able to penetrate the skin well.
Okay, so that's really good to know. Now, another question we got quite frequently was, can Maysama serum, your incredible serum, which I have right here, can it be used with other actives, such as vitamin A, vitamin C, glycolic acids? Are there any contraindications? And how do you layer it as well?
Lovely question. There's no contraindications for Rooibos as an ingredient. I mean, it's antioxidants play together, you know, the more the merrier. So I would absolutely encourage layering Rooibos with vitamin C or retinaldehyde. They're all antioxidants and they work really well together. Glycolic acid, again, there's no contraindications. I personally don't use glycolic, but I use lactic acid. And I do layer my serum with my resurfacing toner, which has lactic acid and salicylic acid in it. So quite simply, no contraindications. It layers really well. It's a gel-based serum. So the only thing you might find is if you have other gel-based serums that you then start to get pilling. So I always find it works better to have a water-based serum or a gel-based serum with an oil-based serum, and they layer better. And then you can put your SPF on top and you're done.
Do you use it morning and night? That wasn't the question. That's just something I want to know. Yeah.
Use it morning and night. I have had feedback from many customers that they like to layer it underneath retinol or tretinoin, because it does help reduce flaking of the skin. So that's some feedback that I've had from customers, which is lovely. So if you're sensitive to tretinoin, then it's a great serum to put on underneath your retinol or tretinoin.
That is great to know. Thank you so much for answering those questions. Now let's talk about LED light therapy, which is one of my favorite modalities. And a study you recently did, a claim study, which is really exciting, about, again, your amazing serum combined with LED light therapy.
Yeah, I'm super, super excited about this, Claudia. Excited.
I'm as well. But before we talk about it, very briefly, let's go into what is LED light therapy and what are the benefits?
Yes, of course, because some of your viewers might not be familiar with red light therapy. So red light therapy, or biomodulation as it's also known, it's a biostimulator. So it activates our mitochondria, the batteries of our cells, to produce more cellular energy in the form of ATP. And that then drives all biological processes, from cell reproduction to cell migration to protein synthesis, which includes collagen production. So when we use red light therapy, we see an increase in fibroblast proliferation. Those are the cells that produce collagen, and that's why we know it as pro-aging. And when we look at the benefits for our skin, we see an increase in elasticity, we see a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles, a reduction in erythema, and a reduction in pigmentation. So it has many benefits to the skin.
Thank you so much for explaining that, Bev. Like I said, LED light therapy is one of my absolute favorite modalities. So let's talk about this claim study you did. I'm super excited to hear more about it.
Yes, yeah, I was super, super excited about these results. So this was the study that we did with in collaboration with Mito Light. It's done by an independent, so a third-party regulatory laboratory. So it's an independent study, and it's what we call extended product tests. It conforms very, very strict protocol for claims testing. So it's important to understand that it's an independent study. So let's talk about the protocol. Well, it was a study using 16 women, and it was a study over, extended product tests over 3 months. And the protocol was simply to apply serum to split face, so half of the face. And the serum was applied 15 minutes before the LED treatment session, using the Mito Red Light, which was a red and near infrared light panel. So after 15 minutes of the serum being on the face, red light therapy treatment, and that was performed for 10 minutes, repeated daily. And then after 3 months, we looked at the results for various skin parameters before and after the 3-month period. So that's the protocol. So let me share these results with you. In fact, Claudia, if it's all right with you, you can probably pop them onto your screen.
Yes.
We have elasticity, first of all, and there is a reduction. I might put my glasses on for this. Bear with. Okay. Using LED alone, there's an increase in elasticity of 20%. When you use Maysama serum before, there is an increase in elasticity of 55%. So
wow.
Wrinkle reduction. LED alone gives us a wrinkle reduction of 10%. When we use Maysama serum before LED, we get a wrinkle reduction of 29%.
Wow.
Pigmentation. LED alone, 9% reduction. Serum plus LED, 23% reduction in pigmentation. And the last result, erythema or redness. LED alone is minus 13%, and LED plus Maysama is a 30% reduction in redness. So we're absolutely over the moon to get these test results. It's really encouraging. You know, when you look at the data, it confirms that using Maysama serum before your LED treatment improves outcomes for skin rejuvenation by an average of 260%. So it's fantastic.
That is incredible. That is incredible. I mean,
Thank you.
LED light therapy by itself has great benefits, but it is incredible how much it is amplified by using this serum. That's kind of mind blowing to me.
Exactly. It really demonstrates that the antioxidants are buffering the free radicals produced by your LED light, mopping those up, and then allowing your red light to continue working more efficiently. So it's like, you know, we talked about before, it's like cleaning out the filter on your Dyson Hoover and allowing it to keep working well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the only, well, Maysama serum is the only serum claims tested for use with LED light therapy. So we can now state the claim improves outcomes for LED.
That's incredible. And the mechanism is, as you just described, it's by boosting antioxidant properties and warding off the oxidative damage of the LED light. Is that correct?
We call a complementary action. So your red light therapy, as we know, produces free radicals. Low levels of free radicals are beneficial for skin health. But if it continues, or as it continues to work, you get a buildup of free radicals and they then start to inhibit the good work of your red light. So by bringing in an antioxidant, which has complementary action, it buffers or mops up, fights those free radicals. It allows your red light to continue producing ATP effectively.
That's incredible. Now, I know because of those studies, you were sold out for a while. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Are you back in stock or?
Well, as we talk today, Claudia, then we literally, our pallets of serum, our new batch, are winging its way to our UK and US warehouses. So by the time your video goes out, we will be fully restocked.
That's good to know. That is good to know. I will definitely make sure I have a backup because I will never do LED light therapy without this again. Now, you talked about a 55% reduction, 55% improvement of elasticity, which is incredible. But you also talked about a reduction in pigmentation.
Yes.
Oftentimes, there is some concern that LED light therapy can cause pigmentation. So
I have seen that.
Yeah, but as your studies indicate, the opposite is true.
Exactly. Yes. We were very excited to see those results.
Now, Bev, we have talked obviously previously about also the primary effects of red light therapy and pro-aging or skin rejuvenation. But I know you wanted to talk a bit more about the knock-on effects of LED light therapy. So would you like to talk more about that?
Yes, absolutely. We've spoken a lot about the direct effect of red light therapy and the pro-aging aspects like the fibroblast proliferation and collagen production. But it also has a direct effect or a systemic effect, which we haven't really spoken about. So it's not just the cells that directly absorb those photons of light. There are other cells in blood and lymph that are activated, and then they travel a long way and they have this systemic effect. And it's what we call a bystander effect. One of the bystander effects is an improvement in lymphatic drainage. So we have a reduction in inflammation, a reduction in fluid retention, or a reduction in swelling, and an even sort of easing of tension. So that's a fantastic benefit that we also see from photobiomodulation. And in support of this, actually, there's no less than 8 clinical trials that have been done in breast cancer patients where it conclusively showed that using photobiomodulation to treat the swelling after a mastectomy really helped to reduce lymph edema. So that's really encouraging.
Most of us, of course, use LED light therapy for more superficial benefits for skin rejuvenation, though we do know it can also help with injury recovery. But it is great to hear that it also has these benefits. It's great to hear about these trials.
Yes, in fact, I've been reading quite a lot more about red light therapy recently, just reviewing some of the more recent papers. And I was quite interested to see that a lot of the applications relate to dental. And I know that you and I have spoken before about me suffering with TMD, which is temporomandibular dysfunction. Basically, I can't open my jaw very far. So I've been seeing an osteopath for that. So I was quite interested to read that there's already quite a few clinical styles combining photobiomodulation with physiotherapy or physical therapy to treat the jaw. And it's certainly been beneficial for me. I mean, if we looked, it was only a couple of months ago, I think I put a little Instagram video out, which showed that I couldn't even get a teeny weeny flapjack in my mouth. Now, with a little bit of, I've been seeing a chiropractor and I've been doing my red light therapy, and there is quite a big improvement.
That's great. You can eat bigger cookies. That's great. That's great. So how have you been treating your jaw?
Well, in a number of ways. So I've been seeing a chiropractor, which I do every 3 weeks. So it's not that frequent, but that certainly gives me the physiotherapy element, and that's been beneficial. But I was also aware that Gua-Sha can help relieve facial tension. So I started to research Gua-Sha and try various Gua-Sha tools. And I've actually developed something for Maysama, which I'm super excited about. And I've been using myself for the last 4 to 6 weeks, and it's been very beneficial in helping to reduce facial tension. And it's this little device which I sent to you.
I have it right here.
So my own Gua-Sha LED facial massager. Not a mouthful at all, but it's basically a 4-in-1 device. So it's super exciting. So basically we take the lid off there, turn it around for you, press it on like that. And then you have 4 different modes that you can select. And as you can see, the little LED light comes on as well. So what you have is, if you switch through the modes, you can basically combine red and blue LED with your Bian stone Gua-Sha here with heat and vibration therapy. So if I turn that off, I kind of talk you through what those different things do. So if anybody's not familiar with Gua-Sha, it's a traditional Chinese medicine technique. And it's intended to address stagnant energy called qi in the body that practitioners believe may be responsible for inflammation. Inflammation is the underlying cause of many conditions associated with chronic pain. So rubbing the skin surface is thought to break up this energy, reduce inflammation, and promote healing. The idea is that light pressure releases fascial and muscular tension and moves sluggish lymph fluid to tone the face.
Now, of course, we also know that inflammation, amongst causing disease, causes aging. So it is great to address inflammation and therefore reduce aging and disease in such a relaxing way.
Exactly. I love it. It's such a gorgeous ritual. And the Bian stone actually, again, is used in traditional Chinese medicine. And the stone contains more than 40 minerals, which are really good for skin health. And it has ultrasonic impulses, which are believed to be anti-aging. So it's incredible. It's a lovely little tool and device combining all 3 modalities. And it has lots of benefits. So it helps to reduce lymphatic drainage. It helps to improve microcirculation. It helps to sculpt the jaw, on account of moving the lymph and lymphatic drainage, you can help to sculpt the jaw. And of course, the LED also helps with product absorption, which is fantastic.
Bev, I love having you on my channel. I always learn something new from you. You're just this wealth of knowledge. It's incredible. And one thing is for sure, I will never do another LED session without Maysama. Again, my mind is still boggled by these results. This 55% increase in elasticity has stuck with me. So I'm going to apply this all over my body and do full body LED. And I just got this tool in the mail today, and I'm super excited to use it because I too have quite a bit of jaw tension. I used to be a cleanser. I don't anymore, but I still have quite a build-up jaw. So I'm super excited to use this.
After that, Claudia, you have to tell me.
Yes. And what I love about it is I can just sit and watch a TV show and just use it, and it just adds to relaxation. I don't have to stand in front of a mirror. And
that's what I love about it. When I get to 9 o'clock in the evening, I'm done. My hours, my working are long, but come 9 o'clock, I'm sat in front of the TV. So I don't want to go back into the bathroom and do another beauty treatment, but I can just lie there and I can use this device, and it's super relaxing, and I know that it's helping me with the facial tension.
Yes. Now, really quickly, let me ask you, how would you suggest using it? Would you use the serum with it? Would you use an oil? How would you use it for the best results?
At this point, I go and I cleanse my face and I apply my Maysama serum. Because the LED helps with product absorption, to me, it's benefit to then use the Gua-Sha and the LED with the serum. I know a lot of people do like to use facial oils, and absolutely, you know, there's no reason why you can't apply a number of products. I've looked at quite a few Gua-Sha videos on YouTube myself to understand the best, you know, Gua-Sha technique. And I think the most authentic videos that I've watched, they have misted, then applied a serum, and then applied an oil. There's no reason why you can't apply more than one product. Okay. The LED is going to help, you know, absorb those products. So use all the benefits of the modalities that are given to you.
Okay, great. That's great to know. Again, thank you so much for being here. As I mentioned, I always learn something new from you. It's really incredible. Do you have anything you would like to add?
Not at this stage, Claudia. I just want to say thank you so much. It's always a pleasure working with you. It's always lovely to be back on your channel. Thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you for being here. I hope I will have you back soon.
Speak soon. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.